How are we doing, guys? Always to be Leeds 4, Charlton 0. A very late post-match review from myself to summarise the perfect end to the perfect season for Leeds United. And I can't even get excited anymore because the last 5 days have just been positivity after positivity after positivity around Leeds United. The way we've won the league this season, to do it in a Centenary season, Bielsa's 100th game for the football club, managing the football club even. It's just everything has just come together this season. It's just all come together this season, you know. Huddersfield's winner was on the 19 minutes past 1900 hours. I mean, the whole season has just been amazing. You know, it's just quite incredible. And if you didn't join us, guys, me and Joe did a live watch along of the game yesterday, as we have done as a channel for all the Leeds games, and it was quite a fantastic final day, to be fair. Fantastic as a neutral, you know, to watch it and to be there composed and calm and know exactly what Leeds have done already, and just to sit there and just watch every other team have the stresses of the last day of the season. And it was quite an incredible last day of the season, but it was nowhere near as incredible as Leeds United's season this season, because Leeds United have won the title by 10 points. By 10 points. They've won 6 games in a row to finish the season off. They've got the best defence. They've got the second best attack. They top every single attacking statistic. They top every single defensive statistic. I can get my words out. They top everything, guys, because this Leeds team is incredible. This Leeds team is just on another level at the minute. It's on another level. And I'm actually gutted that the season's finished. Because the last 2 performances, you know, we knew going into those last 2 games there was nothing rising on it at all. There was no pressure on us. We knew what we'd done. You know, we'd been, by the looks of things, out on the piss for like 2 days before that Derby game, and we produced a performance like that at Derby. 7 changes to the team. A team mostly of academy players and kids, you know, all under 21s, and bar Pablo and a couple of older players, you know, Berra started that game, etc, etc. But to produce that performance at Derby, absolutely incredible. And then step it up another level against Charlton, just incredible. The standards this football club has set, the standards Marcelo Bielsa has set at this football club, he's changed his city, this club, everything, forever. You know, he genuinely has changed everything forever. You know, the whole culture of the football club, you know, the culture of this football club for the last 20, 25 years has been, to be fair, in the whole club's history, to be fair, has either been we bottle it towards the end of the season, or we do it the very, very difficult way. We find a very difficult way to do it, and we win titles or promotions on the last day. We never do it the easy way. But Marcelo Bielsa's changed all that. This Leeds team this season did it the easy way. They did it the easy way. They were the best team in the league by an absolute country mile. We've had every pundit, everyone has questioned this Leeds team. You know, if it's ourselves, fans, etc, etc, we've all questioned this Leeds team at times, but Marcelo Bielsa stuck to his principles. He stuck to his principles, and you know what? His principles served him well, as it has done throughout his managerial career. And you know what? More than Leeds getting promotion, the one person I'm happy for beyond anyone, beyond Leeds United, the one person I'm happy for more than anyone is Marcelo Bielsa, because Marcelo Bielsa throughout his career has had a career of near misses, through no fault of his own, just through incredibly bad luck. You know, Argentina is 20 seconds away from winning the Copa America against one of the best Brazil teams of all time. He's 20 seconds away, and he just, absolute heartbreak. He loses that on penalties. He loses the Copa Libertadores on penalties. You know, last season, the way last season finished for Leeds, with Atletico Bilbao, you know, he gets into 2 cup finals. He gets into the Europa League final, the Copa del Rey final. Copa del Rey final, he faces the best Barcelona team of all time. The Europa League final, he faces them like 3 days after he played Barcelona. He's had incredibly bad luck throughout his career, and it's an absolutely horrendous he hasn't won more trophies. But that's all changed at Leeds United. He's found the perfect football club. He's found the perfect set of players, and he's just stuck to his principles. He's never doubted his principles, and this is why no person associated with this football club deserves this more than Marcelo Bielsa, because he's sacrificed everything. He sacrificed his whole footballing career to take a job in the second division of English football, and he's taken it by storm. Let's be honest, we deserved promotion last season, but this season we've not felt sorry for ourselves. We've just gone up another level. We've tried to improve that extra 10%, and my word, have we done that. We've just gone up another 10%. We've found a way to win games ugly. We've improved at the back. We've brought Ben White in Defensively, every defensive metric's improved so much. I mean, to concede, I think, 35 goals, I think we conceded all season in 46 games. We've got one of the best defensive records in Europe. Clean sheets. Elan Meslier has kept 7 clean sheets in 10 games. 7 clean sheets in his first 10 games for Leeds United. It's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, the signings we've made, Meslier, Ben White coming in, Helder Costa, I think is going to be a really, really important player for us in the Premier League. Jack Harrison stepped up another level. Even go back to last season, Mateusz Klik's come in, etc., etc. We've just got it all spot on. Patrick Bamford's gone up another level. We've just got it so spot on this season. And the architect is Marcelo Bielsa. Look, we've got to give Victor Orta credit. We've got to give Andrea Radrizzani credit because they are all a part of this. Not one person could have made this happen. It's needed a collection of people. Let's not forget Carlos Corberan. I'm going to make sure I mention a lot in this review, because it's quite incredible what this Leeds team is producing. The last 2 games, I mean, when there's nothing on it at all. We've got half a team out at Derby. We've got players who've, they've had their enjoyment, and they've had a couple of beers, etc., etc. Had plenty of partying. I'm sure there'll be plenty of partying afterwards, because I tell you what, every single one of them's earned that. I said it in the live stream. Every single one of them's deserved that. They've earned it. They've given us football we've never seen before at Leeds United. They've done it the easy way. They've just taken the league and dominated it from the first minute. It's incredible. We can look the 60s and the 90s eras, 60s to the mid 70s, early 90s eras, even the O'Leary era. We've still got a long, long way in terms of prestige to get near to that. No doubt about it. We've got a long, long way to go to that. But in terms of football isn't just about trophies. It's not just about trophies. It's how it makes you feel when you watch it. How it makes you feel in here, in your heart when you watch Leeds United at the minute. How this team makes you feel. It's not just about trophies. For me, the feeling you get from watching Leeds United at the minute is far more important than the trophies. We've won the title because we're the best team, but the way the team plays, the emotion, the passion, the way we pass the ball, the way we attack, the way we defend, the system we have in place, the structure, it's all just so beautiful to watch. It's just Marcelo Bielsa. It's a masterclass. You're looking at one of the best managers of all time here. He's finally getting the recognition he deserves. Throughout his career, he's just taken teams and he's won the fans' heart straight away through the football they play. The way you feel going to matches, the way you feel on the morning of a match. I've not felt nervous, to be honest, guys, once on this run-in. Because throughout, I've always felt, no matter what the result is, you're going to get 90 minutes of pure entertainment. You're going to see full throttle football. You're going to see pace. You're going to see passing. You're going to see intensity. You're going to see pressing. You're going to see everything you want to see from a team. Because this is the perfect brand of football for me. It's absolutely just phenomenal to watch. And the way it makes you feel. The way it makes you feel watching this Leeds team, it's just something else. It's just something else. I think, especially for the younger fans, I'm too young to remember the Wilco era. I'm obviously far too young to remember the Revie era, and I'll never ever compare it to that because it is incomparable. What those two managers did for this football club is incomparable. But what Marcelo Bielsa's done in terms of bringing a city together, for me, for the younger fan, it's just incredible. I mean, it's incredible, and his legacy will live on forever. He's built all the foundations now. He's built all the foundations Leeds will ever need. Any person who takes over from Marcelo Bielsa in the near future, or hopefully the far future, they only need to make slight adjustments. They don't need to rebuild it because it's already there. It's already in place. We know how this Leeds team needs to play. We've got the academy playing the same way, thanks to Carlos Corberan. The whole team's moving in the same direction. We're seeing 4 academy players. More than that, we're seeing 5 or 6, 7 or 8 academy players being involved in the last 2 games, and they've taken to this team so easily. Pascal Struijk, I mean, I've not even noticed KP being missing. That's the biggest credit I can give to Pascal Struijk. Other than the first 10 minutes against Derby, against Barnsley, when he was a little bit nervous, and he's just settled down. Ever since he played a couple of nice little neat passes against Barnsley, he's just settled down, and he just looks absolutely phenomenal. His left foot. I mean, the part he played in the Shackleton goal, fantastic. And then Shacks comes on again, starting to score goals as well, which is lovely to say. Tyler, Jordan Stevens came on. Ian Paveda made the goal for Sharks. It's just amazing. We've got a real future now. And look, the challenge is for us ultimately is replacing Carlos Corberan, because for me, Carlos Corberan was the man I looked at and said he's the obvious replacement in the future for Bielsa. He's the obvious replacement to fill Bielsa's shoes, to make it as easy, a replacement as it possibly can be. Look, I want Marcelo Bielsa to manage his club forever, but in reality, I know that's not the case. But I feel comfortable and safe in the knowledge that what he's built at this football club is it's going to take some doing to break, because it's so strong. The way he's got this whole team moving together, and he's just the master. He's just made a city believe again in itself. He's made the club believe in itself again. He's changed the whole mentality of the football club. We go into the Premier League and we go into any game next season, any game, City away, Liverpool away, and we go into that game with real belief that we can win the game, or we can at least really give them a game. We can play our football, we can play it intensity, and we can really go toe-to-toe, because that's what we're going to do in the Premier League. We're going to go toe-to-toe with teams. And look, if the worst does come to the worst, we lose loads of games, but we do it on our terms. We play with our philosophy, because we're Leeds United, and we fear nobody. And that is what you get from Marcelo Bielsa. We fear nobody. Past managers, they go defensive in games like that. Not Marcelo Bielsa. We'll go toe-to-toe, like we did in the Arsenal Cup game. We'll go there with 100% belief. If we score first, we're not going to sit back. We'll go for the second goal. If it's 0-0, we'll push for the goal, the winner. If we're 1-0 down, we'll throw the kitchen sink at it to get an early equaliser. This is what the team... It's entertainment beyond everything. And then to get the success with it as well. It's incredible, guys. But I think I got 12 minutes into this without even talking about the game yet specifically. But what a performance, guys, yesterday. Click, Pablo just took complete control of the middle of the park. Complete control. Strout behind and protected really well. Ben White was absolutely fantastic. And see Ben White get his first goal. And you know what I'm going to say, guys. Sign him up. Sign him up, guys. Sign him up. Just do everything we need to do to sign Ben White up, because that lad is going right to the top, and he's won the Young Player of the Year award tonight. Shuey D, who I'm going to mention as well, got himself a goal as well last night, and he's been absolutely amazing all season. He's produced levels I don't think any of us felt Shuey was capable of in terms of consistency. He's been absolutely unbelievable, and let's not forget he's playing full-back, and for most of his career he's been a winger, and he's been incredible this season, and he's won his Player of the Year award. And he fully deserves it. He fully deserves it, guys. He deserves that moment. The way he's served this football club over the years, he doesn't care what position he plays. He's played every single position for the football club this season under Marcelo Bielsa, and he's just giving it his absolute all. He's giving it his absolute all. As has Berra, the whole team, they all work for each other. They all cover each other. They're all best mates, and it's just fantastic seeing the Leeds team play with the way we do, and the belief, everyone being together, and it's just a proper Leeds team. This, for people older than myself who've witnessed the Wilco era, the Revy era, you'll probably be looking at me and thinking, I might be going a bit over the top here. But for the younger fan, having seen this club go away to Tranmere on the first game in League One and get absolutely outplayed, and thinking to myself, you know what, this club's going out of business. This club's going out of business. We're not only going out of business, we're going into League Two and we're falling through the divisions. We lose to Histon. We get beat by Hereford, all the League One games, the horrendous League One away games, and that we just get embarrassed in some of them, and get knocked out in the Johnson's Pate Trophy by Bury, and that lot. Just loads that come to mind, and that lot. It's just incredible what we've had to put up with over the years, and terrible owners. But to see someone like Marcelo Bielsa come in, after the season we had before he came in, and just to revolutionise, transform this football club with the speed he has done, to get us playing football the right way. Incredible, and I don't think in my lifetime I'll ever see this again from the Leeds team. We might win all the trophies in the world. We might do. Who knows? We might do. It's unlikely, but we might win any trophy, any given trophy. But when you see the Leeds team play this way, with this belief, just gelling it all together, getting a Leeds team breaking records defensively with a team with Pablo Hernandez, Mateus Click, Helder Costa, Jack Harrison, Patrick Bamford as a front five, and to keep it so tight at the back as well. All these attacking players, but to still be so solid at the back, that is a managerial masterclass. No other word for it. And it's one of the most impressive things I think I've ever seen from a Leeds United manager. and I genuinely mean that, guys, to get a team to keep it so tight at the back, to coach Pablo Hernandez at 35 years of age, who's played in the Spanish national team for Valencia with David Silva, David Villa, some of the best players we've ever seen, certainly in recent times. To get a player like that and to motivate him into playing deeper, in a deeper position, in a completely new position, for the good of the team, to be able to do that as a manager, absolutely incredible. And credit to the players as well. Credit to Pablo Hernandez for being so open-minded to adjust to a new position and to hit another level. Pablo Hernandez, yesterday, he's 35 years of age and he's still getting better. I'm looking at it going into the Premier League and I'm thinking, if he stays injury-free, he's going to be near the top of those assist charts because he just creates so much. His vision, everything about him. If like I said against Derby, Louis Sibley tries to take out Pablo in the first minute, and you just saw from Pablo's eyes, he didn't even say anything. He didn't say a word to anyone. He just got up and just got on with it. But you could see in Pablo Hernandez's eyes, you could see in his eyes that he was going to make something happen in that game. You could see the anger in his eyes, the determination, the hunger to prove himself. The desire just to prove himself time after time after time. Because that's what the top players do. That is what the truly elite players do. And Pablo Hernandez, as we all know, we go one down in that game. 20 seconds later, he smashed one in from 30 yards. Yesterday, I think he got 3 assists yesterday. He's just absolutely incredible. He's just a magician. And there's no words for how good he is. You actually get emotional watching him, playing in Marcelo Bielsa team. Watching a player like that play for Leeds United. After all the players we've seen play for Leeds, we've seen some awful players, haven't we? In the last 16 years, my word, we've seen some awful players. But you've seen someone like Pablo Hernandez, a player who could get into any Leeds team, any Revy team, any Wilco team. He could make a difference in any team. He really could. He could make a difference in any team because of his ability, just raw ability to create chances. He's truly one of our best ever players for me. Truly one of our best ever players. You can say about he's our best player of the last 16 years, but for me, I go further than that. I say he truly is a Leeds legend. What he's given this football club, the consistency of his performances. He's been player of the season for 2 years running prior to tonight. Obviously, Stewie D has taken his title. He stopped him winning the treble, Stewie D. Fair play to Stewie D. But yeah, absolutely incredible player. And to have Mateusz Klich playing alongside him again, who how big a fan I am of Mateusz Klich, and for him to produce a performance he did yesterday, wow. I mean, guys, I'm getting through this without just bursting into tears of just pride and joy because just so proud of this Leeds team. To call myself a Leeds United fan at this time, at any time I'm proud to be a Leeds fan, but especially now, you can really, the respect we're gaining off everyone. And look, we don't really care about that, but it just shows. What we're doing, what Marcelo Bielsa is doing to this football club, how he's changed the whole attitudes around this football club, and he's just brought us all together. I've said about Ian Poveda, Pascal Strauch, James Shackleton, Tyler Roberts, Jordan Stevens coming on, Leif Davis on the bench, Elan Meslier. The future's bright, and that's the last person I need to go on to. The future's bright, and you know why the future's bright? Because of one man, Carlos Corberan. What he has given to this football club over the last 3 years, incredible. I'm so happy for him getting his opportunity as a manager. And look, he's gone to Huddersfield, but for me, I look at Huddersfield and I wish him nothing but the best because I want to see Carlos do well ultimately because I think he's going to be a top manager. Hopefully, when that sad day comes and when Marcelo Bielsa leaves, we can tempt Carlos to come back. But who knows, guys? But I can't blame Carlos for leaving. You can say, could he have stayed around for another 2 or 3 years and maybe got the top job? But there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees at the end of the day. He's 37. Maybe he does want to make that next step now into management. He's had a little try of it in his earlier career. It's not gone so well for him. He's regrouped. He's rebuilt himself. He's refound himself. And he's just been an absolute fantastic servant to this football club. Being Bielsa's right-hand man, and coaching the academy the way he has done, bringing players through, and a competitive team as well. It's all well and good bringing players through, but to bring players through in a team that's top of the table, how difficult that is to do? How often do you see that in football these days? Liverpool, Man City, how many players do they bring through, really? Look, I know you can throw at me Trent Alexander-Arnold, Phil Foden, and I'm not by any stretch of the imagination having a go at Liverpool or Man City here. I'm just making the point how incredible it is the job Carlos Corberan's done. He's got a team top of the table with loads of senior pros, mostly players sort of 27, 28 and above, and he's managed to bring in younger players too. He's managed to coach him and make him adaptable to this team, adaptable to this style. He's managed to get the under-23s, the academy, playing as well as the first team does, playing as breathtakingly good football as the academy does and as the first team does. And the players he's brought through, even players who have left us, incredible. What he's done for this football club is incredible, and he really does deserve some incredible acknowledgement, because he really has, along with Marcelo Bielsa, he's probably been the second most important player in terms of the whole transformation of this football club. And wow, trying to replace him, how do you replace Carlos Corberan? How do you replace Bielsa's main right-hand man and under-23 coach? I've seen Berra mentioned. I'm a romantic, I'm a football romantic. I'd love nothing more than to see Berra coaching under-23s with crutches there on the touchline, probably launching his crutches at someone if they misplace the pass. But yeah, it'd be interesting. It really would be interesting. I think as well, could you maybe look at trying to get Pablo into coaching? Look, I still want Pablo as a player 100%, but can we get maybe half a day a week getting Pablo into coaching, etc., etc.? And why not? Let's try and build something. Let's try and build a really special era of Leeds United. This is just the beginning. Won the Championship title. I'm happy about that, guys, but I'm more excited than anything. I'm more happy for Marcelo Bielsa, but I'm more excited for the future, because this should just be the beginning. If it's not just the beginning, if this is the pinnacle, then ultimately it's been a failure. But I don't think it will be the pinnacle. I think we are going to go from strength to strength. I look at the way we played the last two games, and I think, what, we are really ready for this. We are ready for this. We won the last 6 games. We're topping every single metric in this division for the last 2 seasons running. We are ready for this, guys. We just got to get recruitment right, replace the players and managers or the coaches we're unfortunately going to lose. When we just get it right, guys, we'll be all right. We will be all right. Look, the Premier League's not going to be easy. We know it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be the dream it was when we were last there. We had Mark Viduka, Lee Bowyer, Ollie Decor, Lucas Radaby, all these fantastic players, Nigel Martin, Gary Kelly, etc., etc. It's not going to be like that from straight away. It's going to be a couple of seasons where it's going to be hard. We're going to have to adapt to it. There's going to be games we're going to lose. There's going to be the odd game we're going to lose heavily. But there's also going to be times where we're going to really surprise ourselves. We're going to win games we don't expect ourselves to win, because that's what Marcelo Bielsa does. He will go toe-to-toe. He will not sit back and wait for the opposition to create chances against us. We will be on the front foot. We will not allow ourselves to be outplayed. We will always be in a game. We might not be clinical. We might get punished by attackers like Mo Salah, Raheem Sterling, Sadio Mane, all these fantastic players, Sergio Aguero, Riyad Mahrez, etc., etc. All these fantastic players. We might get punished by them game to game. But I'll tell you one thing, we won't get completely embarrassed. We won't get completely embarrassed. We might lose 4-0, 5-0, but we won't be embarrassed in that. We will have moments in those games. Believe you me, we will have moments in those games. I've never been more sure of a Leeds team in my life. Going into games and seasons. This season I always felt we're going to get promoted. Go back to my first video on Bristol City, the match preview on that one. Go back to it if you don't believe me, guys. I said on that video, I think Leeds are going to go up this season. Very rare for me as well, guys. Very rare for me. Last 16 years, I can't remember many times we've gone to a season and had any kind of belief, any slight, even tiny bit of belief Leeds were going to get promoted. But this season, I felt so sure. I saw the way we played in pre-season. Our pre-season games, the standards we set then, just incredible, guys. It's just been a truly incredible season. I just want it to carry on, guys. I'm not bothered about the league table. I just want to carry on. Going back to Welland Road, getting back into Welland Road, and just having that day, just the morning, and then 90 minutes of just pure Bielsa football. Watching Leeds be managed by one of the greatest managers of all time, one of the most admired managers of his generation, and probably the most influential manager of his generation. And it's just incredible, and it's just a dream, guys. It's just a dream seeing Leeds United in the situation they're in. And I'm not even bothered about what we've done. Obviously I'm happy, but just having that more than anything, having a Leeds to be really, truly proud in, not just off the pitch in terms of our fans, but on the pitch too. On the pitch. Having a team to be proud of, and a management to be proud of, and the owners to be proud of. It's just a far cry from previous years, guys, and I thank you. That's all I can say. muchas gracias, Marcelo Bielsa, Carlos Corberan, Andrea Rajasani, Victor Orta, and the whole team. That's all I can say, guys. And I just want to say to you guys too, you've been absolutely incredible this season. And some of the comments, the messages we've all had, I've had a few messages today, last couple of days. It's been an absolute pleasure. Going on to Sky, getting to do 5 minutes on Sky, and just getting that acknowledgement is incredible. And it's all down to you guys. The support you've shown us over the last 2 years, the support you've shown us. When we've had those dark times, Derby 4-2 in the playoffs is one I remember most. That was my last video of last season. But you know what? You've always got to keep the faith. You've always got to keep the faith. Especially when you've got the right elements around the football club, the right management, the right owners. You've always got to keep the faith, and that's what you guys did. You kept believing in this team. There has been downs, but there's been mostly ups. It's been vast majority being ups, and you guys have been absolutely incredible. Your support for this channel has been absolutely incredible, and it's been an absolute honour commenting on this Leeds team this season. Over the last 2 seasons, commenting on this Leeds team, producing match reviews, pre-matches, post-matches, etc., etc. It's been an absolute honour, guys. And it's just fantastic that you guys enjoy what we do, and we just can't wait to do more, guys. Pre-season, we're going to get plenty of content out for pre-season. Watch-alongs for the playoffs, etc., etc. We're going to get plenty out, guys, and it's just been an absolute honour. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you, Carlos. And thank you, guys. And to all of you, enjoy this, guys. Enjoy this. We deserve it. See you later, guys. I've been Oscar Marriott, all Leeds TV for 2019-2020. See you later, guys.